Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Oh, look at that. Oh, jeez. That jumped quick, didn't it? What up? I'm not in a good mood. I thought I had a bunch of liquor left, but I'm down to one Bud Light. It's going to be a hard podcast now. Ashley, bring me my Jack Daniels. I left at your place, please. I'm down to one beer. Get Al to bring me liquor. Oh, yeah. There we go. As always, can everybody hear me? Everything's good? Thumbs up. Everything good? Yep. All right. Your neck crack in. What up, podcast fam? Welcome to episode 6 of the Behind the Bars podcast with Out the Woods, or as you're about to get to know him as, Shane Nas. So let's get him in here.
Yo,
What up?
what's happening?
Rocking out with my cock out. What about you?
Same. That's why the camera's right here. Yeah.
How's she going today, brother?
She's going. She's got all the fluids changed in the bad boy, pretty much, and ready to go.
So let's you know how it works. You do all the editing for the podcast. So let's start out with your name, brother, and what you do for a living.
Yeah, it's Shane Noss, or Out the Woods, whatever you want to call me. I'm an estimator for drywall framing company, Tartan Interiors in the city, and I ride my four-wheeler more than as much as I possibly can.
All right. So when did you actually get into ATVing? Because I know you had a bike before your 850 Outlander, but what was it like? When did you actually get into it all?
Yeah, when I was a teenager, we had an old Kodiak 400 I'd burn around a little on, but I wasn't into it till like right before the pandemic hit. I got a 2015 500 Outlander XT, so that was my first bike. Yeah, I got that like a month before the pandemic hit, so that's what got me into it. And then once everything shut down, then just me in the woods all the time on that lovely little beauty. Wasn't much. I mean, a little 500. I did get it tuned eventually, but I mean, a good little starter bike. Got me into it for sure.
So, like, was that your first ever bike? Did you do it as a kid or?
Yeah, like in high school and junior high, I rode a little bit. Like I said, we had an old Kodiak I'd burn around a little bit on, but I wasn't that into it. Like, not like now anyway. I was pretty much a late bloomer as far as getting into it goes. But I mean, I had a little experience with them back in the day, but not like now. No.
So
Switch went off like 2020, and now all about it.
So who got you really into the whole Instagram, photo editing, YouTube? Like, who was your inspiration to? Because it's not very common in Nova Scotia to do what me and you do, like the whole vlogging, and like we look like freaks when we're out in front of McDonald's with our cameras, like
Yeah.
talking to ourselves or talking to our phones. So who was your inspiration to really get into it?
Yeah, it's hard enough getting someone to want to take a picture, let alone vlog with them too. But I'd say, I mean, I first started paying attention to like the YouTube and all that with actually Maritime or ATV, because when I first started shopping for a bike, that's what I wanted, was a Grizzly. And I was kind of into taking photos for Instagram, like outdoors fishing stuff and that kind of stuff at the time. But then I'd say what really got me into the whole combination of the thing is probably toss up between ATV and NOS ATV. Like, those guys ripping on YouTube, that's what really got me into it. And then I just kind of pull from everything. As far as photo inspiration, Peter McKinnon's probably up there. Like, there's nobody better than that. And, you take a combination of him, ATV, and those guys, and just kind of put all together and mix the two passions up.
I would definitely have to say that my inspiration from Nova Scotia was 100% Matt. Hero ATV. I know he's been gone for a few months, but he'll be back. I promise he'll be back.
Come back. He needs to come back. Yeah,
he'll be back bigger than ever.
For sure, man. Like when I was first getting into the photos and the, taking pictures on my machine, and I'd see his go up. When I see his goes up, I had to jump on mine and be like, yeah, I got to try and do something that compares to that. Like, yeah, that guy knows what he's doing when it comes to the camera, when it comes to editing. Yeah, he's unmatched out here, no question.
Yeah, because didn't he start out on a Grizzly as well?
Yeah. He had I don't know what size it was. It was blue. That's all I know. He was quad god back then. Anyone's been paying attention for a while. He started out as quad god, and then he switched it up. Yeah,
because I think it was not even 3 years, like 2 years ago is when I discovered him and actually started the whole Instagram, YouTube thing, and he had his Renegade at that point.
Yeah.
And he was just starting to like build it to how he liked it and everything like that. So
yeah.
But we already got questions coming in for you here, Shane. This one's from Taylor Bonnet. Are you ever going to do clutching for your bike, Shane?
Man, I get asked that a lot. I don't know, man. I don't really plan on going with any bigger tires. So from that standpoint, I don't really see the need to, but I don't know. I run her stock, and I don't have any problems with it. I have all the fun on it I think I need to have. I mean, once I switched it up, maybe then that would be a different story. But it's all I know right now, so I'm happy with it. But maybe someday. I think it tunes probably the next thing I'll do, and then take it from there.
And if anybody watching wants to get their bike tuned,
wheelies. Yeah, that's who did.
Hit up wheelies.
When I got the little 500 tune, that's where I went, and it woke that thing up. So I can't imagine what it would do to this, but just kind of been putting it off.
That was like the best thing I did to my 650 was. Well, I think it was because my friend just got it done to his 570, and it made a massive difference.
Yeah.
But not as much as if you had a CV Tech clutch or another clutch, because when you're running off that stock clutching, you're kind of maxed out for your RPM wise. I mean, he raises it to 9,000, like max. That's when it'll go bop, 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 and you'll bang off limiter. But our bikes don't make power until 8,000 RPM. And from factory, we don't run anywhere near that. So if you get the Flash and you have a secondary or an aftermarket primary clutch, you can actually tune it so that you shift out at 8,000, and then you're constantly in what, I don't know, most people know it as a power band or like a VTEC on a Civic. You know what I mean? Like just where your bike is the most efficient and will make the most power.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that stuff's probably coming. I've been putting it off, but I'd say tune's probably the next thing I'm doing, and probably hitting up wheelies for sure, no question about that. Hitting up Lee.
Yeah, and the thing about you now riding with me, Blaze, and Dylan, you're gonna be putting a lot more parts towards your bike than you ever thought you would.
I know. You guys are bad influences that way, but no,
we're
all
a
fun,
little
man.
contagious.
It's all fun. Oh man.
I think Dylan's probably getting the worst now because he's got that lobster money, so he can just just start throwing shit at his bike.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's coming for that's going to be good. Yeah, I can't wait.
No, he's got a lot of big things happening behind the scenes, and
yeah,
I can't say too much about what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah,
But,
I don't want to give it away for him, but yeah, it's gonna be good.
And I don't want the dealer to find out. So,
Same. Yeah.
so we'll keep it on the hush hush.
That's a lot of the reason why I haven't done much to mine either. Is after that first little gearbox issue, I want to make sure I don't do anything to void my warranty on my own in case some stuff like that happens again.
Yeah, but I mean, who do you get your warranty through again?
Adventure Motors up in New Glasgow.
So do you think they would recognize you as an influencer? Because I know when I didn't have an Instagram or anything like that, my dealer wouldn't cover me for shit when it came to warranty work. But then once I got a bigger following, they just blindfold their eyes when I go in and cover what needs to be covered.
Right.
So maybe you could try your luck at that.
Yeah, only one way to find out, I guess. I don't know. I know they follow me on here, but there's only one way to find out.
Because the only thing that really stops them is, like for me, they can't cover me if BRP asks them to take a picture under my seat. Because I have an auto tuner under there, and I have a power commander under there. Yeah. So that's game over.
Right.
Or coming on with my nitrous bottles on my bike, and they ask for a picture of the bike, and they see my bike with nitrous on it. They're like, "What? Why is that thing even there?" Like, no, I'm not covering.
They'll turn
anything.
a blind eye as long as they can. But yeah, if something comes up, what are you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, when the big dogs start asking questions, it's kind of hard to hide.
Yeah,
anything.
I can't see them willing to stick their necks out too much for a couple small fish like us. But yeah, I can see them turning a blind eye while they can.
But what about your MBRP exhaust doesn't void your warranty?
Nope, that's the same as a Yoshi. It's only like a 1 horsepower increase, and you don't need a tune. So that's why I went with it. I was gonna get a Yoshi, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different than everybody else does. I mean, I love the sound of them, but I don't even know anyone who's got an MBRP around here. So
no, you're the first bike I've seen with that on it.
Yeah. I can't even. I think Adventures This Way. I think Dawn has one, but other than that, I can't even picture anybody with one right offhand. But I probably won't make any friends with it. But to me, it sounds better than the RJWC Mud Edition. I like the sound better because that's what I had on my last one. I like the sound of the MBRP better. It's just a different tone, and on a long trip, it doesn't. No headaches.
Yeah. See, I do like your exhaust, and I do like Yoshi's, but my one problem with Yoshi's is since the dealer said that's the only pipe you can really run, then everybody has one now.
Yeah, so that's it. And that's why I went with this. Like, I researched, trying to find one that doesn't need a tune. And I made sure I messaged the dealer, and I got the screenshot that says, no, that won't void your warranty. So I'm set.
Because when you hear a Yoshi coming down the road, you're like, oh, it's a Can-Am. Like,
yeah. They all got them.
Because I found I had a really hard time selling my RJs, even though I posted them for $1,100 brand new, or $1,600 if you want to buy them from RJWC.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh, I talked to my dealer and I can't buy it. It's like, oh, fuck, these dealers are getting stingy. It's an exhaust. It's a slip-on pipe, dude.
Yeah, no, if you got a warranty that's Yoshi or MBRP, I think is pretty much your only option to keep the warranty.
You made a bike with a rad relocate and snorkels, and you're worried about people putting a slip on the thing?
Yeah. They'll put the snorkel on for you and cover the warranty. But if you want it to sound like anything other than a sewing machine, you're on your own.
So do you have any even if like any plans coming up for your bike? Like anything that you have your eye on and you're right on the fence and you're like, maybe not. Like, do you have anything that you really want to do to your bike? Like, or are you pretty much happy with it being the way it is and you're just going to ride it out until something comes knocking?
I mean, I'm pretty much happy with it because I gotta be happy with it for the warranty reason. Like, I mean, I'd love to chuck some bigger tires on it, do some clutching, you know, tune it the full 9 yards. But I think I'm happy with it the way it is because of that reason. But right now I'm trying to figure out like a decent trail tire setup, to be honest, for winter. That's the kind of the next thing I'm doing right now. I'm trying to trade the cryptids actually for a set. So if anybody watching wants them, hit me up.
Yeah, but aren't cryptids like good on the trail and in the snow, or are they
They're
not
good on the snow. They're terrible on the ice. I assume they're a lot like the Assassinators because as soon as it hits the ice, it's just gone. I had Zillas on my last one, and man, they love the ice. No problem at all. As soon as I hit a little patch of ice with the cryptids, you're sideways.
But aren't you?
I guess it's
aren't
just
you,
the amount of rubber that's on the trail at any given time. Probably it's just like walking on stilts on ice is all it is, right?
Yeah, but aren't you allowed to go 2 inches bigger without voiding warranty? So your bike came with 30s on it, did it not?
Yeah, they're 30s, but they measure 28. I can go 30s. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I'm not worried about the warranty for that. I'm just trying to figure. I'm just looking for the right trade for the tires. Oh no, I'm not worried about warranty for that.
Dilly's ITPs. I mean, if I was going for a trail tire, that's what I'd be getting, like a straight up.
Man, no question. Those are sick. They are Versacross, are they? I think 2.0 or something.
3.0. I don't know. Yeah, there's some
Whatever
type
of. They work. I mean, they work as good as these in the mud. I think.
Oh, it's unbelievable what they can do, and
Yeah.
like the trail driving ability that they have. They're like a fucking street tire, but I don't know. Every time I see them go through mud and then trail drive with those ITPs, it's just mind blowing. Like, how is that even possible? How does that work?
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do way more than you think they would. Like, it's unreal. Yeah, they'd be the ideal all-around tire, I think.
So we got another question here, bud. Pros and cons that you see about your 850. Is there anything you really hate about it from factory, or anything you really love about it?
I wish it was a 1000, but I didn't want to get the long boy. So that's I wanted to go all the way and get the 1000. So I guess that would be a con. But I wanted the short frame. I didn't want to have the two up. I still don't know why they don't make a short frame 1000 in the XMR. The XT you can get it in an XT, or at least you could. I'm assuming you still can. But I guess that would be the only con. So everything else, I guess, is a pro. Yeah, just coming from the XT from before, like everything about it's beefier. Like it's just tougher. And yeah, I love it. Yeah, no hardcore pros or cons. Just wish it was a 1K. That's all.
Did you ever think about getting a Renegade, or what made you decide Outlander over Renegade?
Just because I got a wife and a kid, and it's just easier to throw the seat on and back. I don't like the look. I don't like the Renegades if you put like the link rack on the back, like the plastic link rack. I know you can fit them on the Renegade, but I wanted to trying to keep the balance of a family machine and a mud machine, basically.
Yeah, so you're
trying to have the best all-around one I could go for.
Yeah, you were just like me. I bought the Outlander because I had a wife, and I thought she was always going to come with me, and then I kind of built my bike too much to where she doesn't want to come anymore. So now it's like,
you might have did that on purpose. No.
I wish I bought a Renegade. Like I really like that's going to be not this coming summer, but the next. So 2024, I'm going to go get a 1000 XMR, and I'll keep this hunk of shit for just like racing and mud events, and I'm just going to build it stupid.
Beat the piss out of it. A
Yeah,
little more.
And it'd be nice to have when I break something, because I always break something, it'd be nice to have like a spare. Like something like, this is broken, but I can jump on this. Yeah.
Yeah, Renegade maybe someday in the future. I don't know. The little man's got his own little machine now, so he's not really on the back with me that much, but we'll see. Maybe someday.
All right, Shane, who's your favorite YouTuber? If you had to pick one YouTuber who's your absolute favorite to watch on a daily basis, who would you pick?
Is it got to be ATV related?
No, it doesn't have
I
to
mean,
be.
it's close enough. Sea Boys. I like watching them a lot, man. I know they're quite a bit younger than me, but they're an entertaining group of guys. You know, cars, snowmobiles, dirt bikes, a few ATVs. Just, I don't know, it's all around good channel. It's always entertaining. They're probably the most watched on if you check my history on there, I would say. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Asta.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. As far as he's the GOAT when it comes to this, pretty much.
And then I don't hate me for it, but I like watching Braden Price's videos.
I used to watch him quite a bit, and I don't know if I got tired of it. It was just a phase or not, but yeah, some of them are pretty entertaining, I gotta say, and he's got a good choice in four-wheelers. He got the same one as me. Yeah, I can respect that answer.
I like watch it through more of a learning aspect, like to try to see like what do these kids really like see in this, like, because he's that YouTuber. If you think about ATVs and YouTubers in Canada or US, when it doesn't come to like Muskeg or stuff like that, you think Braden Price, because he is the highest paid or most subscribed to ATV content guy.
Yeah. Oh, and so, as far as like from a creator standpoint, like, I mean, he's got it made. Like his videos are not that complex. He goes out in the yard, he throws a GoPro on, goes around the yard, skims a pond he's got there a few times, and then he says, "Let's try these tires." Does it again, and then that's the video. But I mean, they're good. They're entertaining. Like, he's got a big following off it. Yeah, he's got a good setup.
I'm gonna get controversial here.
Okay, here we go.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I believe if you put his bike next to mine and you didn't know who he was and you didn't know who I was, so these are just like two random guys with these bikes, and you ask people whose bike looks nicer, his bounty bike that he's building or mine, I think I'd get the vote. His has a built motor, obviously. I have a built motor. But then other than that, he's got nice tires and wheels. He has a purge. I have a purge.
Yeah.
It just sits taller.
Yeah. I haven't really been keeping up with him. When he first built that thing, he like blew it up the first day, if I remember right. And I haven't actually seen it since, to be honest with you, the built one. Yeah.
No, you should. Yeah, because the first time he took the built one out, he blew it up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just holding the nitrous on the road. It's a mud bike. It's not meant to. You don't hold the nitrous when you're already up to speed. It's the. Yeah, but what about Instagram? Who's your favorite Instagrammer?
Oh man, I don't know. Photography wise, I'd have to, like I said before, Peter McKinnon. From Ontario, and this ATV, fuck man, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I'd be saying just from a content point of view, like someone who, when they post, you're like, oh, hell yeah. Peter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, photography wise, yeah. If you go through his account, I don't think he's got a post I haven't liked. not to fanboy out, but I mean, other than that, man, it's a long list. Like I just enjoy opening the phone up and seeing riders and similar people just doing their best, like actually caring about the content that they put out instead of just snapping a pic and posting it with no caption and poor angle and all that. So I just enjoy seeing the content.
I'd have to go with it'd be a toss-up between XM Army and BVS Off-Road. But don't tell him I said that.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
I mean, Colin is or XM Army. He doesn't post often, he's kind of like Matt. Like Matt, up until this point, he was like not even once a week. But when he did post, it was a banger and it blew up. You know what I mean? So it was like very picky choosy. But when he made one he liked, a reel or a photo, it blew up Instagram. It was like, holy shit, where's this guy been for the past week?
Yeah, they'll disappear for a week or two or more and then just pop up with a banger every time. Yeah. I mean, I try and do that, but sometimes I get too antsy. I just got to post it right away. Just pick the worst possible time to post just because I can't wait.
Dude, I can't figure it the fuck out. This algorithm thing is driving me nuts.
Yeah, I don't know if they keep changing it or not, but they changed it not too long ago. And I had it figured out for, the amount of followers I have. I had it figured out to the max, to use it to the maximum, and yeah, it's done now. I don't know. It's reel driven more than anything. So if you're not posting reels, you're not getting seen that much.
Dude, I posted twice today to try to figure out where the algorithm sits right now, and like both of them flopped pretty much. I was like, God damn it, I can't win.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I still like Monday mornings. Monday morning seems to be a good time for a pitcher. Don't take much spot.
Muddy Monday, 100%. But
yeah,
somehow you post at like fucking 5 in the morning when you wake up, and she still blows. I try to wait till at least 8 a.m. or something like that.
You gotta get that 5 a.m. while everyone's having their morning dump, sitting there having their coffee. You gotta have that there when everybody wakes up.
That's 4 a.m. for Ontario. So I always think all of our followers are pretty much Ontario, so I could try to post off their time.
No, okay. No,
so that's why
about 5:30 a.m. here I find is pretty decent.
So that's why I do the podcast at 6 or 7 p.m. our time. And at 6 p.m. their time, they're all done supper. They're probably sitting on the couch, relaxing before their Monday work day. So I feel like this is like the perfect time for that side of the following. And then for Nova Scotia, we are not going to bed for a bit unless you're me and you try to go to bed 7 a.m. every night.
Getting old, man.
Getting old. I'm telling you, after that crash I had, I was sore for 4 days, man. I think I still feel it in my lower back.
I've only been out with you twice, and you've crashed both times. I don't know if I'm the bad luck charm or what.
No, you are the bad luck. I haven't crashed my bike ever in my life, and then I go riding with you, crash it. Go riding with you again, crash it.
Yeah, we got to get out again soon. Got to go for a three-peat.
Yeah, three-peat. It's going to be Dilly next time. I'm a hurting unit. Dilly has to take another drop.
Last time there was no Dilly drop. I'm disappointed.
Trying to think. No, he did. Once was with his ITPs, and once was with his Assassinators. So he's 1 for 1 with those tires so far. He's had 2 Dilly drops, and I've had 2 Dilly drops.
Who's breaking the tie?
Well, I started it, then he went, then I did it again, and then he went. So now he has to go.
Who's next?
So, Dilly, if you're going to watch this, I think he's going to come Sunday, and I'm trying to get somebody else or the rest of the group to come up from Halifax so they can pick you up.
Okay. What's going on Sunday?
There's this group down here, or you know about them, Maritime ATV gatherings.
Okay, I've heard them.
So I plan one local mud run every year on the side of the highway in Colebrook.
Yeah.
Just to get out with all the locals and, So I decided I didn't have time to do it this year. The mud run I did in Colebrook this year was just like Matt and that whole side, like from Halifax. I took them to the side of the highway for the first time. They loved it. So I'm thinking I have it posted now for Sunday coming up. So a week from today, we'll meet at 10 a.m. in Colebrook at the Fast Fuel. And then the side of the highway is literally hole after hole after hole after hole after hole all goddamn day long. It's close to Wendy's and gas stations and McDonald's and Tim Hortons. And then if somebody gets really stuck or breaks down bad, the highway is 5 feet from the mud holes. So you can easily get towed back or what have you. So, yeah, I think Dilly's going to try to come.
All right.
And I'm going to try to get Blaze and James and Megan and all of them. So then at least somebody can bring you up on the trailer, because I would pick you up, but
Yeah, you don't got to go out of your way this time.
yeah, sometimes it's nice to just wake up and drive 5 minutes and I can go mudding. Usually I have to wake up 2 hours earlier, drive and pick you guys up, and then drive again to go to where we're going.
Yeah. I'm far enough out of the way, and then you're another hour on top of that. But no,
Yeah.
I don't think James will be coming. I just talking to him before this, and he's his diff's gone again. So keep
No
telling
more-
him you got to get a Renegade.
No, keep telling him no more Chinese diffs.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure he's been using Chinese diffs.
Yeah, it's all the
Because
wheels.
she,
The Wheelie King.
So Shane, if you had to switch bikes, you had the choice, and you wanted to switch bikes with one person, whoever you know, whose bike would you trade with?
Oh, I think I'd take Dylan's Renegade.
See that I get that a lot. It's
Just being out with him there last time, just how easy he can throw that thing around. It's like a friggin' dirt bike with 4 wheels. Like, and I mean, I know he's skilled. He knows what he's doing, and not just anybody can do it. But you don't see anyone really driving an Outlander that way.
yeah,
like-
because I don't know. It's something about your guys' throttle. Like, I got on that and I didn't even touch his throttle in sport mode, and there's a picture. I'm
Yeah.
Look it up. And
Oh,
I
that
can
electric
wheelie.
throttle is touchy, man. It's way different.
Well, I've never
You're-
ridden one before. That was my first time ever driving a bike with it, and of course it was a 1000 in Dilly's, and Dilly loves his bike more than anything in the world. So I'm lucky he let me drive it, but I don't think he's gonna let me drive it again.
No, and he told me I could, but he was on mine. He told me I could drive his, but I don't know. I don't really like driving other people's bikes to begin with. But as much as he fusses over it and loves that thing, there's no way I was gonna hop on that. Just no way. If I scratched that thing, I'd feel some bad.
And if I had to trade with anybody, it would either be Fleeter or Mudden for parts. Like, they don't look that big in person, but Fleeter's bike makes mine look like a little Tonka toy.
Yours is big, man.
Yeah, and
He's a
his is a 1085, and
Oh yeah.
it just, I don't know, and it's got a nice wrap on it, and it's got awesome wheels on it and tires on it, and everything about it is just like perfect. So that'd be the one bike I think I would trade for. And then Brian's Mudden for Parts, the Hulk Smash bike. That thing's
Okay. Yeah, I know.
that
which one you
thing's
mean.
just like the creme de la creme. Like, he put so much time into that thing, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, the thing looks sick.
So, Shane, what made you get into the whole photography side of this? Like, a lot of people don't really, I mean, you taught me a lot when it comes to the photography and editing pictures and stuff. So what really made you get into that side of it instead of just like jumping on a bike, grabbing an iPhone, taking a picture, posting it?
I mean, that's basically what I do. I mean, I honestly do use my iPhone most of the time. I'd say 90% of my pictures are iPhone shots. I will get out my camera every now and again, but I don't know, it's too much work on the trail. Like, everything's caked full of mud. It's just so much easier, especially nowadays, as good as the iPhones are. You can dress them up pretty good in Lightroom afterwards. But I kind of always was into like the kind of the photography and video side of like extreme sports in a way. Even like growing up, all my friends, a lot of them were skateboarders and that, and I'd be the one with the little handy cam filming the videos and stuff. Like, I was just kind of always into it. I always, I don't know, just trying to find the better angles and make the cool stuff look cooler. I love doing that.
Oh, now Brian joined. He just joined the podcast. I was just saying, if I was going to trade my bike with anybody, it would be Fleeter or you. But what about the whole editing side? Because if most people don't know, if you don't watch our YouTubes, but I actually had Shane take over all of my YouTube editing and took over all of my Spotify, like uploading to Spotify, because I only have an iPhone, and I really like Shane's editing. And if you haven't seen it, check out his page. Check out my page. The last 4 videos you've done for me.
3. Yeah, 3, I think.
Yeah.
One for the last video, and then 2 for Skagtober, I think.
Yeah. So everybody go watch my 4th video, and then go watch the 3rd one, and you'll see how it goes from slapping it together on an iPhone and iMovie to actually looking like someone edited it.
I did not. I don't know. I did a little bit more, I guess, but yeah, I used to try and do it on a phone, like when I first started, and you can't. You gotta have a computer. There's no way around it. Those iPhone edits are tough.
Yeah, and the whole Spotify thing has been another challenge, trying to get the MP3 uploaded, but I think you got to figure it out now.
I got it.
I think
we're back.
we're good now. Are you screen recording now? Because I'm not.
No, we don't even have to do that. I'll get that sorted out. I found a way. I can just download it and just convert it and chuck it right back up.
Hey, James, how's your diff, bud? Oh.
I take it you didn't go out with them today, then?
No, man, it's my weekend to work. I'm lucky I made it here in time. That's why I was a couple minutes late. I'm a chicken farmer, so we have like busy times in our periods or flock placements. So I have 13 barns I manage and look after, but throughout their life cycle of 40 days, like sometimes I'll have 4 barns in, sometimes I'll have 6 barns in, sometimes I'll have 10, sometimes I'll have 13. So
Right.
I have all 13 in right now. So it's been 15-hour days all week.
Busy time.
Oh yeah, but that's bike money.
There you go. That's build money right there. Oh, James
That's
says in
literally-
pieces. Yeah, the diffs rode off in pieces.
Was it another Chinese one, or was it a good one? You got to take those assassinators off. You got to go to Matt's house in the middle of the night, jack his bike up, throw his assassinators back on, take your terminators or intimidators, and run. Because he's never going to give them back. He loves his bike too much with your tires on it.
No, I mean, yeah. I don't think I'd ever go assassinators. I mean, they look good, unless, I don't know. I think they do too much damage myself. Why don't you take your bike deep? Because I'm usually alone. Except recently, I don't know. Most of the time when I'm out on my own. So that's why I don't take it too deep. But that's changing.
Yeah, now that he's riding with that crew from 902, his wheelies are getting a hell of a lot better, and he's going in a lot more shit.
Yeah.
It's all getting used. Like when you're new, you're gonna be hesitant. And it's not saying that you're new, but you're new with riding with people that like to play in mud.
Yeah.
So you're always gonna be hesitant, especially when you're the one fronting the bill when you fucking break something.
Yeah. And I hate breaking. I hate breaking stuff.
You've
Then it's
never broke
that's
something.
The thing. Like then it's laid up for a week, 2 weeks, a month, waiting for it to get it back, and then there's my content gone. Like what am I gonna do? So I pick and choose my spots for that reason.
Or you can just be like me and break shit and then get even better content doing front flips.
I've done a couple front flips, but they haven't been on camera. I had one hill climb throw me off, and then some ice down a hill throw me off. But the GoPro was not on for either of them. I don't know if that's lucky or not.
I don't know, but we missed a lot of content. We both had our cameras in photo mode at the start of the last run, and we missed like half the run.
Oh yeah, man! That first when we took off there between Blaze and Dylan, there was probably 3 kilometers worth of wheelies. Like I don't think their front tires hit the pavement the whole time, and I'm moving my head around like I'm filming them, and then we get to the first stop. I don't know, the card was corrupted or the battery was toast or whatever, but yeah, I missed it all. Anyway, next time.
Yeah, because when you told me I lost all those skimming videos because I had it in photo mode, I was so pissed because I've
Yeah.
never had my GoPro in photo mode. It's
No,
like, why did I have my GoPro in photo mode?
it never happens on purpose. It's the same. To change modes is the same as the power button. So if you don't hold it long enough to turn it off, it either switches to photo or time lapse. Yeah. I did a whole YouTube video in time lapse once. I was not happy.
So what's the scariest thing that has ever happened to you on your bike?
Oh, definitely getting booted off on a hill climb. Like, it was my first run on the 850 this winter, or late spring, I guess it would have been. And there's like a trail on the side of the highway, and you had to gun it up this hill. There's no slow. You had to gun it, and yeah, it was all washed out. So there's rocks, and I'm maneuvering them around, and I was used to that soft suspension of the XT. So when I hit that thing, I was not ready for it, and it just threw me. I landed flat on my back, took the wind right out of me, but I had to jump up as quick as I can, just grab that handbrake before I lost the bike that I just bought. I'd have to say that's probably the scariest. I thought I just lost her. I don't think it would have survived that hill if it went back down.
And I think my scariest was that last run we just did.
Yeah.
Because I had my shield up, and as soon as I hit the water and I hit the mud, I lost all vision. So when I went over the bars, I was expecting my bike to keep going because I had so much speed, and I thought it was going to run over me. And that is my worst fear, is having my bike land on top of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm telling you, you guys wouldn't have been able to get that off me.
No.
Because it was soupy. Like, you couldn't stand on top of it without sinking anyways.
Right.
So trying to pick up my bike off me, you could might as well just put my tombstone right there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the only other time I came off was kind of the same thing. The bike was coming at me. I was sliding down a hill, and, brakes and ice and hills, it don't mean nothing. Anyway, I caught a rut or a rock or something that threw me off, and I look up, and the bike is on its side, just sliding at me down the hill. But I'm there trying to do the cartoon run to try and get out of the way of it. It was just coming, but luckily got stopped. But yeah, back to yours. When you first went over, once the water and the mud all settled, and I could see, you weren't moving. Like, I don't know. I didn't know how soft that landing was. I didn't know what you landed on. But you can hear me shouting in the video, he ain't moving. He ain't moving. Like, you were, I don't know if you were in shock or what, but you were just perfectly still laying there. I'm like, oh, crap, he's done.
Well, I wasn't moving because I couldn't move. I landed so hard in the skag.
You were just buried.
I was like a turtle on my back. I tried, and then I was just suctioned in the skag, and I couldn't move.
Oh, man, it was like chest deep there in a couple spots.
And then once the water started running down my fin trail jacket, I was like, woo! Woke me up real quick.
That wakes you up.
So what has been your favorite bike trip to date? Like, your all-time favorite, best day on your ATV trip?
Oh, that one. Last weekend. No question, man.
The Cape Breton one?
Yeah, no question. Yeah, that's the furthest away from home I've been on a bike. So it was like, it just felt, it felt different. Like, the terrain just even felt different. Like, the mud was, I don't know, less rocky. It's just all new. Like, it seems like no matter where you go around here, you've either walked by it, driven by it, or whatever, right? Like, we go to the Mersey or go anywhere. It's our home around here. We've seen it all. So it was just nice to get out to a spot I've never been before, and then to be out there with you guys too. Just the way you guys send it, like, man, it was a hell of a trip. I'd definitely put that up there.
So, Miss Pink Can-Am, Cape Breton was about, I think it was six hours from me and 4.5 from Shane and Dylan.
Yeah, it took us that long, but it's like a 2.5-hour drive. 3 hours, I think, from my place. Three. I think it's 3.5. But by the time we'd stop, load up another bike, and then get going, and then stop and load up another bike and get going, it was.
So I guess 5 hours for me. Yeah. I'm an hour and a half from you.
Yeah, you were an hour and a half deep before you got to me.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 and a bit from my house, if I remember right. 3.5. Something like that. But maybe I'm way off. My memory's shit. I don't know. But something like that.
It was 3.5 from Enfield when we left.
Oh, yeah, I'm way off then, because that's
Yeah.
an hour from there, basically, hour and a bit, hour and a half. Yeah.
And I wasn't looking forward to that trip all that much at first, because last time I was in Cape Breton, it was Cheticamp, and it was a big all weekend long bike trip, and the trails were rocky as all hell, and every nut on your bike came
Yeah.
loose, and there was no mud. But when we got there and actually seen that type of terrain, it was weird. It's like we weren't even in Cape Breton.
Yeah.
from my
yeah, like
from
we were
my
barely,
experience, yeah.
Yeah, no, what we did last weekend wasn't what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking what you said, like rocky and a lot of hard packed trails. But no, man, this was perfect. Good
Well, I mean,
combo mud
it
and
was.
everything else, and even like,
No, you go ahead, Shane.
what's that? No, man, I'm good. It's all you.
It was rocky enough though to knock my O2 sensor loose.
Yeah, that happened. That come loose the other night, didn't it?
Yeah,
Again?
I had to get towed home 30 minutes. I was like 3 hours into this ride up the mountain, and then I got going again, and now it fell out again. So now my O2 sensor, the threads on it are stripped. So now I can't even get it back in. It won't even start. And I red Loctited it before I went on that run, thinking that would maybe help, but no. So now I got to buy a whole new O2 sensor.
Yeah, something's rattling her out there.
I'm losing
Too
you,
many
Shane.
stock parts on your bike. That's what's that?
Said I'm losing you.
No.
You're glitching. Yeah, James, that's what I'm going to do for when the Mod Shop one comes in at the end of this month. Because I don't want to tack weld it into my stock header because the RJ's already sold. And it's already, I can take the auto tuner off at this point. I mean, I got it down to 2% changes, and it's been like that for a while. So it's already dialed in for that exhaust. So I can just take off the O2 sensors and auto tuner now, and just use those little plugs and thread it into the header, and then I'm good. I'm good forever. So then when the Mod Shop pipe comes in, I'll just take the O2 sensor, put it in, weld it in, and I'll leave it on there because I don't plan on ever leaving from that exhaust system.
That'll be the last one, you think?
I hope so.
I mean, what's left after that, I guess? Like you had your stock one, then you had the Empires, now you got the RJWC, and now then you're getting the Mod Shop. So you hit pretty much all of them.
Actually, it was stock, Yoshi, HMF, Megaphone.
Okay, I missed a couple.
Dual stacked Empire, stock again, and then RJWC duals, and then Mod Shop. So I've had everything except for the MBRP and the SLG and NPP Super Nasty.
Okay.
So I've had pretty much every exhaust, but I feel like if I'm running a Mod Shop motor, I should probably run their full exhaust system.
I mean, yeah.
Get the best bang for your buck. So.
Yeah, you would think if you got the full system, it would, work the best.
Oh, I forget what else I was going to ask you. Set.
Fire away.
You have any advice for anybody getting into YouTube, like starting out? Any advice to maybe help a new guy grow his channel? Or, I mean, I know you're still growing and I'm still growing, but
yeah,
you're growing at a pretty good pace.
Yeah.
So
consistency. I mean, from what I'm researching, what I'm doing, consistency is the big one. Like whether it's twice a week, every week, twice a month, just try and make sure that the little following you start out with knows when to find you. Like if you put up videos on a Tuesday, 2 weeks in a row, then that's, go with that. Try not to be too scattered around. Like don't do a Tuesday and then the next Thursday and then the next Monday and then you just get lost in the shuffle. But at least once people tune in and they see you 2-3 weeks straight on that same day, or if it's twice a month, or whatever it is, consistency. And the other big one to me is just do it. Like just start it. Like I put off starting it for way too long. I kept saying, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till I get a better camera. I'll do this. I'm gonna wait till I get that on my bike and then I'll do it." And just start doing it. Just get on there and someone will relate to you somehow and it'll grow from there. Like I started out with mine just a little 500 and people get on there commenting, they got the same thing. And, I'm not into builds, but I like watching your videos or, there's always someone that's going to relate to it. So if you want to start anything like that, man, the advice, just do it. Just start it and see how it goes. Get out of your own head.
And be patient.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
You have to be
it's
patient.
easy to get disgruntled. Like I mean, just I'm sure, and anybody putting out good content's the same. But you go riding for a full day. Like you take our trip there last weekend, for example, is a 14-hour day or more. Then you get home and you spend like 6 hours editing, get your thumbnails, do all this stuff, upload it, and like 300 people watch it. It's just like it's easy to get discouraged, but you got to look at the grand scheme of things, and you just gotta grind it out.
Well, it doesn't happen overnight. The odds of you creating some banger video or short that is going to get you millions and millions of views and somehow get you hundreds of thousands of followers from one video is very slim on YouTube.
Yeah. And you can't
TikTok, 100%. TikTok, it'll happen. It happened to me. It can happen to fucking anybody.
Yeah. And those can't be the things you're focusing on either. You got to try and keep it genuine. I mean, in the back of your mind, obviously you want subscribers, you want views, but you got to do it because you love it first, and it'll come. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
Well, you just got to look at the big YouTubers. I mean, it didn't happen for them overnight. I mean, if you look at Braden Price and Austin Cruiser, it was like 10 years pretty much or more before they got that massive following, and they were consistent that whole time.
Right. That's the big thing. Stay consistent.
And review videos and install videos and videos like that where we talked about this in private, but that's going to get you a returning like new viewers every day. Or if you make a mud video, it's good for like a one-time use type of thing.
Yeah. Saying that, you nailed it, man. Like a video like last weekend or anything I do, it's good for a week and then it's pretty much done. But my top video is still me putting my exhaust on. My install video for that is still my top view, and like on a given week, that one will get more views than a new video sometimes. Like, yeah, install videos, as much as they're a base hit, they're a good kind of anchor to have for that kind of stuff. I don't want to call them easy because you still got to put the effort into it. You still got to make it entertaining so that people click yours and want to watch it. But they're a good anchor to have.
Yeah, and it's just like there's always going to be people looking to buy an exhaust. So they're always going to go on YouTube and see how it sounds, and YouTube to see how to install it, and YouTube to look at new tires they're looking at. I mean, I'm always if I'm looking at a part, I always go to YouTube first and see what the reviews on it or what people think of it. And so, yeah, those videos, they're always going to bring you in views.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, man. That's where I learned how to do everything's YouTube.
YouTube and Google.
Oh, yeah.
See what else I got here. I think I got another question from somebody. If you couldn't get a Can-Am, what's the other bike you would get?
And that's tough. Cause I don't think I'll ever, as much as I curse this thing sometimes, I don't think I'd ever go away from Can-Am. Once you got one, man, there's no going back. But I mean, an old Honda is pretty reliable, and same as like a Kodiak. They're a good workhorse, but it's not the same kind of machine. Like it's just not the same at all. So I don't know. It'd be fun to build out a Honda, put one of them big giant snorkels on it or something. Just something you can't kill.
And an old Honda, not a new
Oh,
one with
yeah.
the electronic throttle.
The old
or the
school.
electronic shifter. Yeah, the
Yeah.
old Honda that you can put water in the gas tank and have it run.
Yeah, somehow it's good for them.
But I'd be
Yeah.
going brute force.
Really?
Two of my best friends had brute forces, 2020s, and the amount of power that a brute force has, a 750, the torque, they are wheelie machines. In the way that they sound like they have a turbo on them when you come onto it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty nuts from factory. Like,
Yeah, I'm shallow though. I can't stand the look of those things. They're the ugliest bike in the world.
oh yeah, but you can do some modifications on it. I mean,
Sorry to
not
anybody
every-
who's got one. That's just my opinion. I mean, yeah. But yeah, they do wheelie good. You're right about that. I don't know if it's the way they're geared or not, but they're good for wheelies.
So while I have a little bit of an audience on here, I just want to take this time. Sorry.
Contagious.
So you guys all see this beautiful handlebar stash that I grew. Anybody wants to donate to Movember and spread awareness about men's mental health, suicide awareness, prostate cancer, the link is in my Instagram bio. I currently raised around $630 in the first 13 days, and my goal is 2K, and I know I'll hit that goal. But if anybody wants to donate, just feel free. Links in bio. Hit it up. And then if you donate, someone donates $100 right now, I'll go to Shane's house and chop off his beard and give him a porn stash.
I'm down. Do it. Somebody donate $100 right now, and I'll go get the razor and I'll do it right now. My wife would kill me, man. I already tried to get the stash. I couldn't get approval.
Oh, that's why you just go to the barber, then come home, and then what's the wife gonna do? Leave you?
Yeah. I'd be sleeping outside.
I've said this before, but it's very. I went with the handlebars because it's hard to make fun of a handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
I mean, what's someone gonna say? Nice handlebar mustache, man. You look like an idiot. And I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to get it, but your wife kept falling off, and she needed something to grab onto.
There you go.
There's always comebacks to the handlebar stash. Nobody can make fun of it.
There you go.
I'll just roast you right back. And
Just chirping back. No, I'd look like Freddie Mercury, I think, with a mustache, so I better keep the beard.
yeah, you look like you use a lot of touch of gray, but that's just you
I
getting old.
it. I should probably, but no, I'm just gonna go white. Just go full Santa. I'll
Christmas
get the
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the seniors discount early. Save money on parts.
So Shane, is there anybody? We're gonna wrap this up. Is there anybody that you want to? What is that? 37 seconds remaining. 35 seconds remaining.
You get a time limit set?
I hope not. Anybody you want to shout out, Shane? If it cuts off, we'll come back and do the outro and everything. But I don't even know how to set a time limit. But it must be the hour mark. How do you change that?
I don't know.
One sec. Let me come on here quick and see if I can't. All right, we're gonna see what happens here. No way that ends after an hour. 4, 3, 2, 1. What are the odds of that? I didn't even know you could set a time limit for a podcast. I was like, why is this thing counting down? And then it just booted us off at the hour mark. So I guess we'll wait for you'll. I appreciate that. All right, where is Mr. Out the Woods? Because if not, I'll have to do it without him. Oh, boom.
Yeah, so I guess that was a timer. I don't know
I
what
didn't-
happened there.
I didn't
Back.
even think you could set a timer. I've never had.
Yeah,
I've never
no,
done
that's
it
a new
before.
one. That's a new one. Guess we know now.
What HP do you make? I don't know yet. I've never had my bike dynoed. Once my board throttle body gets in and my mod shop full exhaust and the nitrous is hooked up, I'm gonna take it. Lee found me someone that dynos ATVs. So I'm gonna wait till all that's tuned in. So I'm thinking October, November, December. Before the new year, I should have my bike dynoed and I'll know what it makes for horsepower. I'm hoping around 98 to the wheels. We'll see. Who knows? But does anybody have questions for Shane before we wrap this up? Because I gotta go inside and watch Adventures This Way's new YouTube video. I've been too busy all weekend, and I've been seeing it on my subscriptions page, and haven't got around to it yet.
Same. That mud looked nasty though. I'm definitely watching that.
No, that's what I'll be doing as soon as I go in. I'm gonna eat supper, sit on the couch, put on some Adventures This Way, and just relax before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Miss Pink Can-Am, I started riding when I was 23, and Shane started riding when he was.
How old was I, man? Like, it was only like 3 years ago. I guess 30. Was it 3 years ago? Yeah, like 32, 33. I ain't been at it long. I mean, I guess kind of 14, but then I took like a 15-year break. Something like that.
And MXC Cole, I said it would either be Muddin for Parts or Fleeter Mike if I had to trade a bike with anybody. And Shane, who did you say?
Oh, Diesel Dilly all day. That Renegade, man. That
And
little
Diesel Dilly.
man. Yeah.
When he brought that thing to Ontario, more people were looking at his bike than mine. It's just there's no other color scheme like there's no other bike at Lingham with that type of color scheme or with an XXC like that. It was just, and it's so clean. It's cleaner than when it left the factory.
Yeah.
Like,
and the amount of time I spend on this app is kind of sickening, and I have yet to see one that looks like it. I don't know why. Whoever owns them must hide. I don't know. But
speaking of the devil, he just joined. It's Diesel fucking Dilly. Diesel, Shane just said if he had to trade his bike with anybody in the ATV community, it would be yours and your XXC.
Bring her by, bud. We'll trade.
And I'll let you answer that question first, Shane. How do you guys get sponsors?
How do we get sponsors? Well, just, I mean, mine mostly come from the photos I take. I mean, you just, I don't send it as hard as, I probably don't send it as hard as half the people on this app or on YouTube, but I send it to the best of my capabilities and just consistent quality content. Care about what you do. Tag companies. I mean, don't over tag them and annoy them, but tag them in fitting stuff and, you know, either be patient or, I mean, reach out. I mean, every company's on social media. Just, you know, start a conversation, see how it goes. Worst case scenario, they say no, or maybe when you get bigger, and you go from there. Just got to get used to the rejection, I guess, and 2 out of the 10 people I tried worked for. So
There's a good comment for you right there, Shane. I don't know if you're seeing it.
what's that?
Adventures This Way, Out the Woods, video collab, question mark.
Oh man, let's go. Let's do it, Don. Let's do it.
No, that
Make
would be
your way down here. We'll all go out.
I know some of them have been thinking about planning a Nova Scotia trip for a while, and I told them just let us know, and we'll treat them like kings.
Oh yeah, man. Come on down.
Whatever you want, mud, trail, water, we'll take you there. And it's beautiful scenery in Nova Scotia, especially down in the valley. I don't want to. You haven't been down here wheeling yet, Shane. I'm telling
I
you,
still haven't
the
tried
scenery,
the valley,
the scenery down here is absolutely incredible. Especially the look off down in the valley. It's incredible.
Oh, I've been down there enough. Just never on my bike.
Don, if you get the South to Six crew down here, or just yourself, all you got to do is bring yourself and your bikes and beer, and we'll supply the rest. We'll take care of everything.
Yeah, come on down. We'll do a video for sure. It'll be awesome.
And back to the sponsors, I found you have to separate yourself somehow from the crowd.
Yeah.
Like with you take amazing pictures. So that is what separates you from most people who just take a snapshot, post it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
there's a lot
yeah.
of tan Outlanders out there, and there's a lot that are more built than mine. So it's just, yeah, you gotta care about what you're putting out there, because that's the way they look at it. Like, they have to have a quality image that they can share that showcases you and their stuff, basically.
Yeah, and like the only way that I just keep building my bike.
Yeah.
That's the only, like, that, and I'm an idiot. I do stupid stuff on it, and I'm very I don't know, I'm very myself. I'm
That's a big thing too. You gotta be genuine about it. It's hard to look for sponsors and not look like you're looking for sponsors. Like, that can't be why you're doing it, because that'll be obvious too.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be a clout chaser.
Yeah, or
by any means.
And don't buy followers or anything like that. Like, that's played out.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. And don't steal people's pictures and post them and not tag them.
Yeah. Oh, that drives me nuts. Yeah, there's a lot of those accounts that are good. Like, they share your picture, tag you, and all that. But then there's the ones that just post it, and they'll put like credit unknown or just put nothing. It's like, you know where you got the picture from.
Oh, and everybody that's in here, go to Extreme Belarus's page. Look at every one of the pictures he posts. He posts pretty much everybody in these comment sections right now. He doesn't tag anybody. He stole my pictures. I posted a couple pictures today on ATV's Facebook page, just showing my new tires and rims. And I was saving those pictures for Instagram I edited them today. And then someone tagged me, and he stole all 3 of my pictures and didn't tag me. I messaged him. He won't remove them. He won't tag me. So, and if you go look, he has XM Army, ATV, NOS ATVs, Deep and Dirty Valley Boys. He's and he has 9,000 followers. So he's stealing everybody's pictures, not tagging them.
I think he did go back and tag a few, but it's only because you're kicking up a stink about it. Like,
oh yeah, because
he should be doing that from the beginning.
I went through,
sharing's one thing, but just tag people. How hard is that?
I went through every one of his pictures, and anybody I recognized, I added them.
Yeah.
Because I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Like that, don't steal from people. Especially, like, I don't care if you want to use my bike on your page. If anybody wants to post my bike, just tag me. I don't care. It's a bike. But if you're going to do it for followers and then not tag me and then be a dick about it when I ask you to tag me nicely, fuck you. And that's being real. Don't be a clout chasing piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And like we talked about this on the podcast with Don. Don doesn't have that many sponsors, but that's because he only picks ones that work with him.
Yeah.
Like something that he actually likes and he actually enjoys, and some like a company that he actually wants to work with. He's not just gonna jump at the first company that goes to him. Like he was talking about a light bar. Someone offered him a light bar and sponsoring him with a light bar, and he was like, I don't want a light bar. Like, thanks for the opportunity, but I don't need a light bar, so I'm gonna say no for now.
Yeah, and that's what happened to me with one of my sponsors too. Like they reached out to me 3 times with different offers before I finally agreed. Like it's gotta suit you properly, otherwise it'll either look forced or one of you is wasting your time and money, and it's not worth it to anybody in the end. So yeah, if it just don't, you can't jump at everything.
And like I told a lot of people, don't be up on your high horse. Like, there's so many people out there that turn down little sponsors or unknown sponsors because, like, oh, I have more followers than this guy who wants to sponsor me. Why the hell would I ever work with you? They just want the big companies to bring them up to the top, and then they don't have to do any work. But I'm telling you right now, the best sponsors that I have are Wheelies Power Sports and Backcountry Power Sports. I mean, the amount of work that Lee has done on my bike, or short notice things, or helping me out of a bind, and he stayed up for 8 hours till 3 a.m. installing a wrap for free for me. And Backcountry bought us all supper, showed us an amazing day, got us a bunch of goodies, and it's the tiny sponsors that are going to appreciate you 1,000 times more than a big company. So don't be a dick and be like, oh, you're a little tiny company. Why would I want to work with you? How about you bring that little tiny company up and you work together to reach the top? Don't just expect some big company to throw down a ladder and say, here, son, climb on up here. No, it's not how it works.
No, I'd rather, I'd rather work with a smaller company with certain things, because they're hungry for it, and they're doing it for the right reasons too, instead of just picking and choosing an influencer to sell their products. Like that's what a lot of the bigger companies are just trying to do. So yeah, you gotta find the right fit, and sometimes you just gotta say no. And like you said, the little guys, sometimes that's the way to go.
And who do you think's going to care about you more? Someone who has a couple hundred followers and only 1 or 2 sponsored riders, or someone that has over 60,000 followers but has over 1,000 sponsored riders? Who do you think's going to help you out more and actually appreciate you more and be more one-on-one helping you? You know what I mean?
Exactly. But I mean, if there's any big dogs, I mean, I'll hit me up.
I knew you were going to say some shit like that.
I'll talk to you. I'll entertain it.
Shane will suck your dick for a good sponsorship. Whip it out and bring me to the top, motherfucker.
Oh, man. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh shit. Well, on that note, Shane, is there anybody that you want to shout out tonight?
I mean, shout out the boys, crew from the 902. Everybody go follow that page. Follow me, Cody, 902 Green Monster, Red Devil, Blaze, and Diesel Dilly. Diesel Dilly 1000R. And of course, shout out to my sponsors, Fintrail. You can't see that, but it's everywhere. And Kemimoto back there. Shout out to those guys. So they're my first big sponsors, and I'm pretty pumped on those. So yeah, shout out to those guys.
And I'll just give a big shout out to Wheelies Power Sports. Massive shout out to Movember for doing what they do and helping men's mental health and all that. And massive shout out to the Handlebar Mustache for keeping the wife stable up there. What else do I want to shout out here? And finally, if anybody is looking for anything RJWC, I finally have a discount code through Backcountry Power Sports. I believe it is, I was just on the phone with him talking about it. Monster 10. Yeah. So if you hit up Backcountry Power Sports and you want something RJWC, save 10% off through him, and he covers the duties. Monster 10. There you go. And I'll talk to you after this, Shane, in private.
My discount codes are in my highlights. Don't worry about what you just said. Go to my page. Go click on highlights. There's Kemimoto. There's Fin Trail. Save yourself some money. Yeah, it's in my highlights on my page. All the work, the links are there. The discount code's there. I did all the hard work for you. You just got to find something you like.
Who invited this fucker on the podcast? I need to talk to my manager.
Oh, man.
All right, everyone. Well, that has been episode 6 of the Behind the Bars podcast with Out the Woods, or as you all now know him as Shane Naws. Thank you very much, Shane, for coming on with me tonight, and have fun editing it and putting it on Spotify and YouTube, brother.
All right, thanks for having me on, man. Have a good one.
You too. We'll be talking.